Hello YouTube, I'm Elwirfy. Unfortunately we were not able to see Markiplier today, but we will be showing up at about maybe 4 or 5 to try and get in on Saturday. Until then we're going to check out the Oculus Rift right now, so stay tuned for that. It should be pretty good. We are right now at the Oculus station here at PaX Seattle 2016, so I'll see you soon. Hello YouTube, so I just came back from the Oculus Rift demonstration. I've used an Oculus Rift before, and it was pretty much just an advertisement. But right now, we're actually going to check out a really cool kind of virtual reality sort of thing. Obviously, I cannot film while I am doing that, but we are going to be checking out this game right here. It's pretty much where you can walk on a platform and such, and then you get gameplay right over there. Zooming is not very good on this camera, but that is totally fine. Hopefully you can hear me. Not quite sure how good the sound is at picking this up. And so that's what we're going to be doing right now. It looks pretty interesting. Actually, I've never seen this game before, or Tunes. I might even buy it. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play on it. I don't know, but stick around, and I'll give you an update on what happens after that. Hello YouTube, I'm Elwirfy. As you can see for this game, they gave me a cool shirt. Hopefully I get to keep it. If they don't let me keep it, then that kind of sucks. Face thing is for sanitation and stuff. And I have to admit, this game looks pretty awesome. I'm going to be trying out the little standy thing over there in a second. But till then, I'm going to let you know how the gameplay goes. Hey, seems like a pretty interesting game actually. We're going to be doing capture the flag. And I'm not going to be able to, probably won't be able to record during the game, so I'll let you know what happens after that. Well, that was fun, you guys. I'd say it went pretty good. The running around on a platform is actually quite an interesting and quite unique experience. Not a lot of people probably get to experience that. It's like a $3,000 system apparently or something, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that for my home, but I mean, who knows, maybe someday I will, and that'd be really great. So right now we're actually heading down the escalator. We're going to head back over to the hall, and then we're just going to check out some video games and see how that goes, since we're not going to be able to get the interview like we wanted. I'm not actually sure, as I'm coming down here to the stairs, I can see a fair amount of the photographing thing, but again, everything's full, so these are probably just people here who are already got their tickets. So anyway, I will see you guys when I get to the room with all the video games and stuff, so we can check out what's going on. I thought that game I was playing was actually pretty good. We'll be on PC, so maybe I'll get it. I don't know. Alright, hello YouTube. I'm Elwirfy, and I just played a demo for this new game.
Rogue Wizards.
Rogue Wizards.
I'm the developer, Colin Day, Spellbind Studios.
Alright, he's a developer, and I just played this really great game right here. We're probably going to be playing it on our channel.
Yep, absolutely. So if you like dungeon crawlers, you know, roguelike games, if you're a fan of Diablo or Torchlight, like definitely check it out. Like, it's a nice, light-hearted game, but it's still got some really deep role-playing mechanics.
Alright, great. And it's just going to be multiplayer.
It's a single player, Mac and Windows on Steam, and next year it'll be on iOS and Android.
Alright, do you have any plans to turn it into multiplayer, like have a group of friends?
We'll see how the first release goes, and then like if I get enough resources, like I would love to add multiplayer to it, but not for right now.
Cool, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Really checking that out. Hello guys, here right now I just played the game Drop Zone. It was a super cool game, had a lot of fun with it, but right now we are currently about to check out like tournament match style. Currently we have famous YouTuber Total Biscuit sitting right there, going against a developer. And I'm about to watch that. It's going to be really good. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk to him a bit or something. I don't know, maybe get a picture. Either way, but stay tuned. I'm really excited. Hey guys, I'm here with
Russell Williams.
For his game EarthFall. I was wondering, first off, when is this game going to be out for the general public?
Q1 of next year.
Next year? Okay,
yeah.
That's a while. So what we just played here was
Dude,
just
it's like
a demo.
6 months. You know how long we've been in business?
How long?
13 months.
Oh wow, okay, so you guys are a new company then?
Yeah.
Okay, because with your influences, I assume from Left 4 Dead, in making this, I thought you were maybe an off branch of some sort.
Nope.
Nope.
We're just new. We
Okay.
just love cooperative PvE games.
Okay, so this is your company's first big game.
Yep.
Essentially, it's also first time at PaX.
Uh-huh.
I assume. So, like, how much price range do you think this game's going to be about?
You know, we're not going to be doing it's going to be. We haven't announced it yet, but it's going to be reasonably priced for the content.
Okay, like, is it like a $60 title, like AAA type game?
But the only thing we're going to say is it's not $60.
Okay, that's fair. So, in terms of like its style with Left 4 Dead, are you gonna have like more customization later, like more variety of weapons and such, or is it gonna be like every scenario has its own set of gear and such?
So the way it works a little bit is that you come across 3D printers, and printers can print like different parts of your equipment.
Right. I saw that,
And
yeah.
so yeah, some of them have one weapon, some of them may have another weapon, and there's variability within the printers. Like we can have a printer where every time you play for the first time, it's kind of like a slot machine. You get a different weapon in that printer for that playthrough.
Oh, okay.
And you can also find weapons as well sometimes in the world.
Okay, so it's all kind of randomly generated then.
Not entirely random generated, but it can be randomly generated. So it depends on the map that we create.
Like I noticed when I was playing, our team had used up my entire ammo box, but then another one was like on the ground somewhere else. Was that already there, or did that like spawn? After
That I think is already there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there are also limited resources,
Yeah.
along with renewable ones like the printer. That
Right.
can
Anything you
always
find in the map, that's a limited resource. Anything in the printer is renewable.
Okay, and do most of the objectives tend to be centered around where the printer is, and like that health station, or will you kind of some missions maybe be more of moving around
Did you play the service station or the church?
the service station?
Yeah, the church. So the service station is built according to sort of a different play style that we used to have. The church is a little bit more representative. There you move around a lot more. So
Okay.
there's going to be kind of a lot of different kinds of play styles and everything.
Oh, that's good. I like that, yeah.
Some of them are going to be kind of more of like a central area, more of a base defense. Some of them are going to be more point A to B kind of things.
Okay, cool. And so when you say base defense, like what kind of base defense? 'Cause maybe I didn't play that one.
So the service station is more of, I mean, it's not a base defense in that you start off and you just actually defend the base, but it's more of a hub and spoke kind of thing, right? You're kind of
Okay.
sticking around a central area, and you can build up your defenses by putting up fences and ladders and put up turrets, so you can defend that hub a lot easier. So you're going to the spoke and coming back to it. We could, like, these are like the first two maps.
Sure.
So like, I don't know what we're going to like build in the future. Like, is it possible for us to build a base defense? Yes. Is this something we're going to do for the first release? I don't know. Like we get past PaX and then we start experimenting with different map modes and kind of
Okay.
play styles after that.
That's fair. That's fair. So is this going to be like just computer or just for all consoles? Like what kind of?
It's going to be
variety?
PC initially, and
Okay.
then a few months later it'll be Xbox One and PS4.
All right, yeah, that's really good. And is there going to be any sort of? I was talking to someone else further actually about like using the VR headsets with this game.
Not
Were
a-
you guys thinking about that? or-
We actually have a group that's working on VR right now. In fact, we released our first VR title and our first company title ever today.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's really good.
it's a cool experiential piece called the Impossible Travel Agency, and it's up for Vive and Oculus as of 9 a.m. this morning.
Oh wow. Okay.
Doing things with EarthFall and VR requires a lot of rethink, and right now we're just really focused on nailing the core experience of this.
Oh sure, yeah, it was a new company.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when I saw this and how professional like the game looked, to be honest, I thought you guys were a branch off of some other company. I didn't realize you guys were your own.
You know, when we started this, we have a lot of new junior people who are frankly amazing, like great people. But a lot of this company was built around people with quite a few years of experience, so we were able to hit the ground running. And from a previous project we worked on, we had a lot of Unreal 4 experience. So
Okay, good.
yeah, it's dazzled me as well, though. I don't think I've worked on a project that's gone as well as this ever.
Yeah, so this is like, is there any sort of new technology you guys are using? Or are you just kind of taking from like what's kind of already out there? Like you guys made your own?
Pretty much just working with the Unreal Engine. I mean,
yeah,
obviously,
that's good,
we
yeah.
mod the engine ourselves, and do our own shaders and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing amazing.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Like honestly, the Unreal 4 engine. It's amazing.
Yeah, no,
and our
I like
devs
it,
are
yeah.
amazing, and the artists are amazing.
No, I really like it. I'm really looking forward to this game coming out. Would it? So are you thinking like I don't know how far you've thought about it, but like kind of a server thing, or kind of like you just queue up like some games where and then you get randomly put, or like will I be able to play with my friends
Absolutely.
in a party?
In fact, here it's already running. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what we did for these 4 stations, so we didn't want to have to like have a complexity in matchmaking.
Right.
We actually just set it up so that each bank of 4 is Steam friends.
Oh, okay.
And so you automatically were able to matchmake. So yeah, I didn't even think about this. For PaX, to make it easier for people to get in, we kind of removed some of the front end matchmaking UI. But yeah, you can say find a friend, it'll show you all your friends, you can click on it, you can jump into their game.
Oh, okay, that's really. Oh, is there like drop-in games? Like, say I'm playing a game,
Yeah.
someone leaves, I could have someone else come in and
Yep.
continue. Okay.
Yep.
And in that drop-in scenario, would it be kind of a thing where, because you start out with just your pistol, if someone left, would there be an AI character who still had all the same gear that that player had?
Whatever that AI character is when they drop in, they take over the AI
good.
as
Yeah,
they
I
are.
like
So
that.
if the AI had a machine gun, they got a machine gun.
Okay, good. Because I know there are some games where they don't do that, where like an AI leaves, or if a person leaves, the AI just goes back to the basic stuff.
I don't understand.
I never understood that, and I really appreciate that being a feature
Yeah.
in your game. So if you're gonna try and sell it to me, what would you say is the best quality of it? Like, why would it be interesting over like Left 4 Dead or something I'm used to? Why go to something new?
Well, if you're like me, you played the hell out of Left 4 Dead.
That's fair. I mean, I did too.
Left 4 Dead is a fantastic game, and Valve are great developers. We just want more, right? And I feel like for me, I love playing PvP, right? I play a ton of PvP games, and I get shot in the face 50% of the time, right?
Sure. Yeah. That's the point.
And when you're out with your friends, that can be fun. But like 2 nights ago, I was playing Metro on Battlefield, and we just got spawn trapped, and it was a miserable experience. Whereas PvE team-based games, it's a little bit more fun, and it's a little less stress sometimes to be able to get together with your friends and play in that environment. So we think as many PvE games, team cooperative
No, that's
games.
fine. I get it. Yeah.
We've also got other things that we're doing. Like we have investments in the level. So like the ability to build fences, the ability to build turrets, the ability to build ladders. All those things let you say, hey, I'm playing the objectives, but I want to be able to do some other things right now that improve my position for later. And we want to have that conversation of players of like, hey, I'm getting knocked down right now, help me up. No, I'm building some fences. Like, just wait for a second. I will be done. Okay, I'm done with this. Oh, good job. All right, that sucks. But, we want that sort of like, we want you to be talking back and forth and be kind of strategizing as you go. So that's one of the things we're really excited about investments in the terrain. Also, it's sort of a different setting, and it's not just a different setting in like, hey, these are aliens and those are zombies. We have a very big story behind this.
Oh, there's actual plot.
Oh yeah. And Left 4 Dead is a moment in time.
It is. It's not story.
Right.
Really.
We're actually going to progress through the story.
Okay.
So there's a lot that we're going to do, and we drop some small hints in the campaign. So the idea is we tell the story a little bit textural. So like, we see those posters of Left 4 Dead with survivors. Like, I read all those, right? And I'm excited to find out a story, but
So
I'm
it's good for people
frustrated
who like
because I
to
can't.
explore.
Here, I can tell you exactly why these things are here, what they are doing, what the long term is, and where we're going to go with the story. We already have this out through like 3 games worth.
Oh, okay.
So but we're dropping little contextual hints. So if you play the church map, you'll actually get down into the vault, and there will be these posters where these people, these like little French nuts, have been working on and have actually come up with sort of like an early warning system to figure out where the aliens are. How they do that is part of how the aliens work and how they're detecting us. And so if you see those posters, you're like, oh, I get a little bit what they're doing, and then we keep reinforcing that later. So eventually, there's a moment where they do something in the map that causes a bunch of these swarm of aliens. Eventually, you'll sort of realize why that swarm occurred.
Yeah, I noticed when we were playing, they were like, hey, there's a swarm coming, kind of like in Left 4 Dead when you hear there's a giant swarm.
And most of the time, you're just like, sure, but sometimes there's actually a reason that you can like intuit. And the more you play, the more you figure this out. Now, of course, if you just like throwing grenades and shooting the hell out of them, no problem. Like you don't have to look at any of this stuff.
Of course, yeah. So it's like, did we, when we were playing, did we like trigger that to happen, or was that kind of like after you do this objective, then the swarm shows up?
It's more in the church. The station was actually built according to sort of like a different design philosophy that we were doing somewhat earlier on.
So it's almost like two different games, you're saying?
A little bit, in that the station probably will not make it into the game in its current incarnation. We're going to rebuild that level. As we've been developing the game and figuring out the flow of it, we've changed a little bit of our design philosophy, and so the station will be changing before we launch with the real game. The church, we're pretty happy with the church.
Okay, yeah, no, I saw that. I liked it. I watched it on the screen. It looked much more put together.
Yeah.
than this. I noticed when we were doing this, there wasn't really much to do. It's like, you know, kind of more fetch questing. Is there going to be?
Honestly, it is a kind of a testament to the quality of the designer that he was able to retrofit that original map design into our current gameplay and make it work for this show.
Yeah.
So yeah, there'll be more objectives that flow more naturally than what is in the station.
Because I'll admit, when I was playing the station, it was kind of like, okay, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that could go wrong with the car. You know,
yeah.
You could throw in as many of these as you wanted.
Yeah.
But story-wise, no, I know we're not really progressing much.
Right.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Whereas with the church, you know, I saw people moving around and stuff. It seemed much more like a natural game progression.
Right, and there's a flow, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that flow is when you play Station next, it'll be very different looking.
Okay.
Same assets, but very different looking.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting if like maybe the car was like actually going somewhere as it broke down instead of us just staying in the one spot.
Yeah.
Kind of like an escort mission in any typical game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Was there anything else that was a selling point? Yeah, you know, it's a modern game. The art's awesome, and the gameplay is just really fun. Like the moment to moment, just shooting.
Oh no, I actually had a lot of fun doing it.
And you know that's the joy of any game with guns, right?
Oh yeah, that's why you play a video game, is to have fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be a bunch of cool new stuff for people to play.
All right, yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll probably end up getting after having played this. So
well, we appreciate that.
You said you'll be up in a year. Would that mean you'd be at another PaX before your game releases?
Oh no. I'm sorry. The first quarter of next year.
Oh, the first quarter. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You said next year, and I was like, oh, so we gotta wait a year for.
Yeah, no, like after Christmas, before June, you know.
Oh, okay. So I should see this on Steam, and I should be able to buy it.
February, April, you know, somewhere around that time frame.
Okay, that's a bit better. I was surprised. I was like, okay, well, you almost would be better off to not host it now and host it next year.
Yeah, if we were that far away. Yeah.
All right, well, that's all of my questions. So anything else you would say to just people who are interested in like maybe the company as a whole? What kind of future plans do you guys have?
Well, we have
like more FPS or other styles?
We actually, I'll tell you, it's not.
What's that?
We're going to be doing a lot more of FPS because we love FPS.
Yeah, it's fine.
But honestly, what we really love is cooperative team-based.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of things where you can take the same idea and go in a lot of different directions that aren't necessarily FPS. So we're going to be doing more of that.
Okay, because I don't know if you're taking suggestions, but I've also had this idea of like an RTS game that where like you're working with your team against opponents. But then, you know how like there's hero games where everyone's their own hero. But what if everyone, kind of like Civilization, you know how like you have your own stuff and you can go down to like the individual person of like micromanaging, but then zoom out to a large scale, and if you wanted to, just have chunks like against like the enemy and such that could progress, and then maybe move that into a more PvP area as well.
Yeah, essentially that actually takes me way back to the first game I ever tried to work on was a space exploration conquest game, and I wanted everybody to be sort of like in the same milieu, but controlling a different part of it. So it's like you're on the left flank, I'm on the right flank, but our flanks are huge areas. But yes, not thinking about that particularly.
It's okay.
In the short term.
It's a bit out there. But.
No, I personally love the idea, but yeah, maybe down the road.
All right. Well, thank you for talking.
Oh wait, last thing. I forgot to actually mention.
Okay,
so
sure.
like, a big difference is that we are an independent company. So we don't have a publisher. We're not looking for any relationships whatsoever. And so, you know, part of this is our ability to decide when we're going to ship. and to build what we're going to build. So one of the things that we've done with this game that's very different is, you know, every game I've ever worked on in the past has always been coming out of the gate. Hey, what's your ESRB rating? What's your targeted demographics? What's this? What's your business metrics and everything? And with this, we said, hey, let's build a game that we love to play.
Yeah.
I don't know what the ESRB is going to be, right? We finally started writing our scripts. Like, you didn't. Oh yeah, you heard the voiceover.
Yeah, no, I heard voiceover.
Yeah, those scripts, like,
yeah,
for the first time, were
I
just,
liked the sound on it.
it was like
nice.
3 weeks ago we wrote these scripts for the first time. And so, like, you know, where's our level of cursing, right? I don't know. Like, if our guys wrote the South Park poetry as cursing, right? Like,
sure.
Maybe we would be going for that. We read the scripts and we're looking for the game to find its own voice as we sort of iterate on it. And so instead of having these sort of artificial targets at the very beginning, we're just building what we think is a really good game that resonates with us. You know, because, like, it's hard for me to build something for someone that is a completely different class of person. Because, like, okay, I'm going to build for, I don't know, the Chinese market. Like, it's hard enough to build for this, right? If you build for yourself, at least you know the demographic, at least that we represent, is going to love the game. So you can't do that when you're part of a publisher, right? You're tied to arbitrary launch dates. You're tied to technology and business decisions. You're tied to all these things, and I understand why they do them, but I'm really glad to be able to do what is the right thing for us as a company and what is the right thing for us to do with the game.
So yeah, because in the end, the focus should just be entertainment, not whatever the ratings are, what people think of your company. As long as you're making profit on a game that's successful, what other stuff shouldn't matter.
It's like the stuff, you know, I understand why, right? It's just that if you start here and then you find you really should be over here with a publisher, this is a 6-month fight. A death fight to be like, no, we're gonna go after the team. Oh no, we gotta go after, you know, the kid development. And here we're just like, you know, it feels more like this. This is feeling really good. Let's do what feels really good.
Yeah, I like that.
And you know, whatever it is, it is.
Do you know what this game's gonna be rated? Speaking of demographics,
I don't know.
hey, that's fine with me.
We'll see.
It was pretty gory, like, but I could easily see this being a good M-rated game over just being a normal teen game.
Yeah.
So you could get South Park writers. Is my point. If you're going to go that way, you may as well go all the way. You know, don't like half mature, half teen. You know, I would say
it is a reasonable thing to say. Honestly, it just kind of comes down to our ear.
Okay.
And so, having just gone through one edited pass of the game, I can tell you the cursing, which we do have cursing.
I did hear a little bit.
Was clustered in sort of like, you know, a level of cursing that I think you would expect.
Sure.
And then we had a couple of outliers and we're like, do these sound right? Do these feel right? We're like, I don't know. It's not working for me. Okay, let's cut that. And it feels like a very unified voice without it being a big fight.
Because apparently I've noticed, just for games in general, that games that are really mild and stuff, but if they just have cursing, they immediately get bumped up to that maturity level just for that. So my point is, if you're going to do that, you should give everything to it. Like, if you make a game for teen, but then you have cursing, then you get put to M, then you lose that portion of people who can play
and my counter argument is, and you're absolutely right, my counter argument is, I want to make a great game. This feels right for it, without a compromise to try and say, I'm going to try to go for this part of the market or that part of the market. I understand why the publishers do it. It makes sense.
Right.
It's just, I'd rather make as good a product as I can coming out of it without the compromises that you otherwise have to make.
Well, yeah, that's my policy personally on my channel too, quality over quantity, you know?
Yep.
I'd rather make some of my life over just putting out random garbage.
Yeah.
even if maybe it's more money at just short term, you know?
Sure.
Want something that lasts, you know?
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah, I like that.
All right,
well.
That's all I got.
Thank you. Please say your name again just for the sake of...
Russell Williams.
All right, and you are the lead developer?
CEO.
CEO. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's awesome. All right, thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, hope you all enjoyed that interview. I'm Elwirfy. You guys will see my full PaX video coming up. I'm pretty sure this hall is actually closed, so I'm going to go ahead and be leaving pretty shortly. Hope you had a good day today, and then tomorrow you should see Saturday. So hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, so I just finished getting that interview with the developer, and now we're heading down to the monorail. We're here in Seattle, my hometown. I love this place. It's amazing, as it always is. But it's getting really rainy and stuff, and for the panels There's nothing really interesting that I personally want to go to that I think would be interesting to show to you guys either. So I'm pretty much going to head home now. Pretty much kind of doing a vlog style at this point, because I figure, hey, we may as well have a little bit more content in the video itself. Gotta love Seattle and all of its amazing glory. It's a really rainy city. It just kind of happens, you know. But hey, I'm still gonna be here, hopefully to catch Jacksepticeye at some point is the goal. We're gonna kind of do the creepy Seattle thing and just kind of walk forward. Oh wait, no, this is actually all sidewalk. I can walk all the way up to this point and still be good. And then the thing says we can go. So now we're heading down to the monorail to go ahead and catch a ride home. No, you cannot know my address. So that's where we're gonna leave it off here. I'd say it was a pretty successful day at PaX. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that went pretty well. So as always, guys, I'm Elwirfy, and I will see you guys next time.